Okay, hello internet. I'm pretty sure that this is working right. It's just this is going. Show. Yay, we're going. Background stuff too loud. Take that. Yeah. Okay. Go away, OBS. So last night I was struggling with the weighting stuff because I can't figure out how to get it to paint on a posed piece of geometry. Like, obviously, capture and everything is working, but I'm not doing something right. Don't have a setting here. Don't have a display thing or something that's not allowing me to do what I want to do. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be turning on. Like orient to surface. I don't want depth. Brush angle. Like, I'm assuming this is the cone of the brush. I'm not sure it's saying more like, oh hey, how much the brush rotates. So I've always liked 60. At least working in Softimage, you had that angle. Brush squash. That's 0. Opacity is fine. Opacity. This is my pressure rate. Let's put 5. Don't like a completely soft edge, so let's do like for now. So it has sort of soft, but it's all good. Up vector is fixed. Y is up. That seems fine. Symmetry, don't need that on. So this just lets me paint in here. And so if we stow bars. Oh, sweet, it crashed. Why did you crash? Because I did the stow bars? Awesome. Yes. Okay, so and while that's going, have a little bit of coffee. Okay, so let's see why that didn't work. Why do you keep hiding this? I must have something set that's hiding that. Okay, so let's go to my tool. I named my little tool pack, that little package that I made, S tools. It's nothing fancy. Bars, all the fun little stuff in here. Bess, because Houdini's assistant, his wife, Bess. Okay. So, hide stow bars. Yay, it worked. Okay, cool. I hate how the console comes up. Okay, so let's set this to perfect. Recent. Redo the stuff that is obviously not saved. Okay, I guess we can hide this. I don't need that. Okay, so this is my broken pose. Okay. Oops, I did the wrong thing. I don't want to clear all, I just want to clear these guys. Head. That. Okay, so now still got my squiggles. And then be breaking here because I can't get the capture thing to work. Yeah, so I want to get rid of this subdivide because there's no point in subdividing this because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I was subdividing it to begin with. So let's put in capture layer paint after the stash, and then let's put in a capture. So we want to take this and mirror it from going from left side bones to side, supposedly. And then guess we can do average weight. Destination, type bone. Okay, and it's pretty much the whole mesh because it's just so we need to update our stash because we changed this. So updating. Okay, good. Stash in stash. Okay, and layer paint here. That's all good. Let's don't need to do that. Our own. Final layer. Let's create a layer. How are we doing? Push. Oh, so this was the fun thing that I learned. So if we go in here and we hit P, it brings up a different view state parameter for the dialogue, which is fun. It's just like, oh yeah, hey, we have this, and it's just like, oh, okay, so we can create a new layer, create another new layer. And so now we can cycle between our layers here. So let's get these all up. So I'm gonna call this base. Say this is the arm capture and just to have fun here, go back here and let's add another new layer. Call this one so capture, and That should be where it is there. Hold A, do our little thing to clean that up. And now if I do my stow bars, will it crash? Let's save first so that I have this already set up. Hey. Oh, I don't have my little paint things. Okay, so I need to have... Okay, so I want to save a preset for these brushes. So brush radius is that. Okay, no depth. Brush angle 60. Brush gouache, don't care about. Opacity, that's good. We want this to be 5. Spreader, soft edge. Up vector is fine. Symmetry, no. This. Orient to surface, real-time mode, because I want to be able to paint on deformed. So that makes sense. That, like, oh, hey, we're painting on that. Visualize attribute, no. Selected capture region, layer only. Okay, no, this should be, yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Layer only. So no capture region. Radius, UV radius, we don't care about. Radius pressure is how much it affects that. I'm gonna set that to 0 for default because I rather have it adjust the opacity opposed to my brush size. That does. And so we're going to save set. I'm gonna save it to best tools. Call this and that's not a permanent thing, but it should show up in my little thing here. So yeah, weighting brush. So I can have that now if I go to my other layer. Yeah, the other layers are not going to have that set up. Or maybe it is. Arm capture, base capture, no. Yeah, so what is that? Torso, leg, base has it. Oh, it's doing it in alphabetical order. That's not nice. It should do it in node order. Okay, so we're gonna this up on this. This is the base capture. I thought I had it. I have it set to arm. So just set these all. I could set that to be default, but I'm not that confident with changing the defaults. Well, I guess I can always go back and change it. So. Okay, so we have that. Now we're gonna save. And now I'm gonna hit go bar. Didn't crash, yay. Okay, and then Control B. It's me. Hey, it looks good. Okay, but we're gonna turn that back on because we want to go here. Let's turn that. We can actually get the node dialog here with this float, which is not actually that bad. I sort of like that. So we're looking for not the capture mirror. I want to take our pose capture and pipe it into base pose here. So when we go boo, see that. But supposedly we're able to select our bone deform, see that, and then we're supposed to be able to select this guy to be able to paint the deformation on him. But that's not working. So this needs to output to here, which this is what's going on here. So I have out capture. This is just an object merge. That's out capture. So it's basically this is plugging in. This is just to try to keep things a little clean and separate. You know, actually, I'm gonna do this. Copy over this capture to there, so I can have this guy, and it looks nice and clean, right? Supposedly. And so this is just, this was the rest points, this is the skeleton, that should be in there. That should be its deal, I think. So time dependent, yes. Okay. So this is, since I'm doing the whole display capture, you guys should be able to see what I'm trying to watch and do this. It actually should be really quiet. We're gonna pause the music so I can turn this thing up. And as we can see here,
And now I can basically feed this into a bone deform and do my usual rig.
okay, so let's look at his network here. Um, so he's got his input, and it's just that he's thrown a quick material on it, and then let's back.
Pose
Okay, so skeleton mirror, and then that's going to bone capture line, and then he's feeding the skeleton into the rest and deformation state. Okay? Then that's going into a teton bed. The bone capture lines to a teton bed to a biharmonic capture, which is feeding into the deform. Okay? So
so we can
now
start looking at the skinning.
just a rig pose he's
So you
doing to
can
be
see
able to
now
grab
we
stuff
have,
to be like, oh hey, move
and I have
about.
to
So
change the
now
display
he's
flag.
here.
So I looked at the actual deformed
And
one.
wait,
I can
wait,
see
wait,
that
wait, wait,
it
wait.
actually
So
does it
hold up.
for your original mesh, which is going to
So
go into the biharmonic. And I have to change the display.
okay, so he changed the display. Okay, so he had the quick mesh and he was, but that's just templating that, right? Yeah. So is it because I'm not templating it? Okay,
Flag. So I
so
looked at the actual deformed one.
doing
I can
that.
see that
Okay.
it actually does a pretty good job with capturing. And this is going to.
Okay, so let's set that to template as well, right? So doing that, and then we should just go over here and grab my pose, and actually it's this one, and should be able to do this, right? he's templated. No? That. Okay, so
Move some joints in the background. Then I can kind of play around and
set
find
it.
the joint I actually do want. And we'll get into custom controllers in a little bit, so to kind of mitigate some of this. But here I'm moving the arm, and you can see, yeah, it's good, but it's a little too soft. So I want to kind of separate some of that out a little bit. So let's get into painting weights and kind of actual skinning next. So to
Okay,
paint
so
weights,
there's
the way
skip
I like
there.
doing it is basically I use my rig pose node and I actually set some keyframes. So I actually have a little nonsense range of motion fake animation.
Okay, so that's what's going on. So I got my rig out. That's going into here. That's my little fake thing. This is basically my skeleton here, which is this guy. So skeleton out is going to here and attaching controls, rig pose right here, which is the one that I'm animating. This is my IK one. This is a reverse thing, reverse foot setup that I haven't figured out how to do this nice, right? And so this is my whole output. I guess I could just take it so that it's just this and pipe that into there. I don't, should that be an issue? Might be an issue. So then he's going to there, and so he has his biharmonic. I'm doing a stash so it doesn't redo it every time I touch that. Um, then that's going into my capture, and then this is going to here. The only thing I have is this mirror, bypass that, so that doesn't do anything. It shouldn't matter with layers and whatnot. At least I don't think it should.
On it. So ideally, you can
And
actually use the full mocap, which is what I do on characters. But on this character, I just manually move the
yeah,
arm up
I
and
should
down.
be able to drop
I
a
drop a
mocap in.
capture layer paint SOP, which is the same mold that we had. And I just set a couple of things. So you can actually change the preference. So middle mouse becomes the region selector. So you can basically middle mouse around and select the different bones. And then you can just basically start painting as you would. You can see I can quickly paint
Yeah,
areas
he's
that I don't
just
want.
he's
I
just
can
painting
switch
on a
from
deformed
paint to
thing.
reduce.
And
All with just right click menu in the viewport. Can change the visualization to be infrared just to make sure everything is actually there. And sometimes
and so this is my output, and if we just look at this, this is just going straight to the bone. Like let's do that, just straight to the bone deform. Bypass all that, and then let's just take our rig pose from here straight to there, and then we'll just take, yeah, that shouldn't. No, that's selected. Why is it? Oh, because I'm using this. So let's type that in. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay. What does the purple mean? Uh, oh, that was the squash. I don't want the squash. Do want the squash because that squashes the brush, I guess. It's just like narrow. So we do want. Oh, set fitting brush. Okay, good. That's what we want. And is it because I didn't have this flag set? Okay, let's go and select capture region to leg upper left. Have that guy selected, yes. Layer on, okay, layer final, okay. And so how am I getting, okay, so we're going here. Setting this, not what I want. Bypass. Alt click. So I have to alt click the display. Okay. That's okay. Okay, I asked a question about this. Okay. Okay, so that was an interesting part of the stream. Yes. Okay, let's get some again. Okay, that's probably just have this plan in the background and you see, whoa. Okay, so that's looking good. This is okay, so let's actually can cut that, and then go from here, here, think right? Yeah, yeah. Or not. Okay. So is doing an object merge taking stuff off? It shouldn't. Multiple objects? Oh, okay. So that's working, but let's just cut this. Doing dink. So okay, so important lesson learned. Uh doing the paint stuff, it sort of breaks it using the capture thing, which is disappointing because I like the notion of using the captures. But I do like the idea that I can have multiple capture things here. I can have this right here. I can just pipe this all out. So we're gonna copy this over, add some more. Want 4. And capture, but we want out mesh, not out. And then we want out capture, out skeleton. So what do I have stuff here? Don't thing. I have to have something else here flagged. Skinned mesh, that's the base mesh. I pose. Okay. This just selected and there we go. So okay, so this doesn't work the way that I was expecting it to work. But let's see what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's just my object merge. None. Don't want to transform it to anything. Type that in there, select this. Paint on this. So that's not doing it. So that doesn't. Okay, so if we go on. Nope, nope, nope. Let's do our fancy dancy help. Okay, I need stow bars. Roll Alt X? Yeah. I love hiding the UI. Okay, so object merge. Can be used if you want to temporarily disable merge instead of. No. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's do. Oh, because we're doing the object. So Okay, so I figured out what I was doing to break this. But now I should just be able to come in and select my white paints, and let's look up defaults on every. Okay, so it's control click. Okay, so that use just good. Support you. Fun bit of painting with. If there are people in the chat. see. Someone. Hey. Hello. I might be. I don't know. I would probably mute myself. Okay, so this one. Going all the way up. Worried about anything at the moment. Trying to get this in here. Got some weird geo smooth out it. And fail. You know what? Let's just... Don't... Uh... So this is where you'd use a corrective shape. Basically, button here. Subtle. Smooth. Let's see here, you wouldn't get this. You'd get I probably have this in the wrong spot. But this is just trying to figure out how to make this stuff work. Okay, time to save. Go back over, take a look. So when we turn the capture. That. Okay. Then it's been an hour or so. I have other stuff I need to do. So, at this note, thanks for watching if you're watching. Take it easy, y'all.